I think TikTok, in my opinion, should not be banned. I think you should have other platforms from other countries. Different opinions, different jurisdictions, different rules. If you have a monopoly over social media, you have monopoly over information and control. If it was such a threat, they would have got rid of it a long time ago. Why allow it around for so many years as a tool, mind you, to brain rot and to destroy and to give us slow, short attention spans and etc. Why allow all that and then ban it? Hate to say it. TikTok getting banned in America. To be honest, guys, I think that overall it's a bad thing because, let's be real for a second, the government doesn't care about your information getting spread around, getting traded around, getting spyware, getting your data breaches. They don't care about your privacy, none of that. If you cared about your privacy, you wouldn't be on social media. They don't care about foreign intelligence agencies spying on their citizens. They don't care about that, let's be real. And it ain't happening. They keep labeling the owner of TikTok as a Chinese spy, but he's from Singapore. So, anyway, it's all just cap, bull crap, cap, and more cap. So, it is what it is, chat, but they're full of shit. And in my opinion, should not be banned. I think you should have other platforms from other countries. Different opinions, different jurisdictions, different rules. If you have a monopoly over social media, you have monopoly over information and control. And let's be real, that's not a good thing for society and it ain't good for America. So it's kind of a scary situation for America. You got Redbook or Red Note or whatever it's called, that new software that that new social media that China's introduced. A lot of people are using that, but I saw Trump might be able to have power to delay the termination or the ban of TikTok. So I think he's delaying it for someone American to buy it. And then there you go, there's a monopoly, and hope that it doesn't get banned, because let's be real, it's not a good thing for society, and as hell as ain't good for, social media space in general. You want different owners because it puts pressure on other people to do other stuff. It's good for elevation for social media. It's just an all-round good thing for competition. If you have a monopoly, what's the point? So, and they've been copping a lot of flack. TikTok's been copping a lot of flack because they're not following certain narratives that other social medias are. So President-elect Trump is considering an executive order to delay the ban of TikTok for 60 to 90 days. That's enough time for someone to acquire TikTok. That's why he's doing it. See, everyone's praying for Trump to save TikTok. Let's watch his video. The end of TikTok.
TikTok might officially be getting banned. This was something that both Democrats and Republicans unanimously agreed on, that the App Store overall needed more regulation and less foreign involvement, especially from our enemies.
When it comes to media...
The thing is they don't care. They don't care. Your privacy is getting shared from everywhere, every front. They know everything about you. They don't care. This whole Chinese are going to find out. You really think World War III is going to happen? China make everything. They keep making out that China's the enemy. They make everything. Your clothes, your shoes, your pants, your Apple iPhones, everything. They're the manufacturer of the world. So stop with this whole, we're going to make sure we're not going to go to war. We don't want to get nuked. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's all bullshit. It's all fear-mongering crap.
Media apps like TikTok, we are failing our children and we are failing our country.
Yeah.
Why in the hell would we allow a foreign adversary like the Chinese Communist Party to control a technology platform and key source of information that reaches half of the United States population?
Like I said, TikTok specifically has been on the chopping block for years, as it has long been feared that China is using it as not only a tool to collect data and information on Americans, but also to launch what I see as the new digital war, the war on misinformation. Because of this, TikTok has been viewed as a threat to America's national security for quite some time.
If it was such a threat, they would have got rid of it a long time ago. Why allow it around for so many years as a tool, mind you, to brain rot and to destroy and to give us short attention spans and etc. Why allow all that and then ban it? Why? Why only now? Why are you guys being good now all of a sudden?
Introduced a No TikTok on Government Device Act years ago to combat this potential information theft.
TikTok had to admit that, in fact, they'd been surveilling the locations of specific U.S. reporters that had been writing unfavorable stories about the company.
So basically,
They don't care. This is the thing. It's all bullshit, chat. It's all bullshit. Why now? Why now? Why wait so long? It's bullshit. They don't care. They're doing it to have a monopoly and control over your social media and your information. This so-called misinformation crap is just bullshit.
the government claims that TikTok got caught with their hands in our cookie jar. I mean, when you sign up on their platform, you do give them access to what you're watching on your phone, how long you're watching it, your private messages.
Yeah, but they're making out like that's the only social media that does that. They're the most open about it, but all social medias have access to your phone, your email address, etc. You give them all your information. When you have social media, you lose all privacy in general. Now they just all of a sudden care about a foreign influence on social media. Like, come on, man, really?
Your geolocation.
You didn't care about it when it was, it was basically brain rotting everyone during COVID and giving us all a short attention spans in lockdown, did ya?
Your age, your search and browsing history, and even your keystroke data, and even that kind of just scratches the surface of what they can be looking at. Basically, it's kind of like you're leaving your front door open at night, hoping no one peeks in to see what's going on.
But they all do it. Like, bro, is this guy serious? You want TikTok banned? Do you understand that it's one less social media? That's, in general, that's what, and if it gets bought out, it's a social media, again, that's controlled by American influence. These people that so all of a sudden care about your information, they just want complete control over it. That's all it is.
And with over 170 million Americans currently using their platform on the daily, that is a lot of information they can be gathering. And in them passing that bill I mentioned.
See that jumper you're wearing, buddy? See that jumper? See that hat? See that microphone? See those electrical cables? The pillow? Your chair? Pretty much everything is made from China that you're wearing, bro. Yet you care about a social media page, a social media app that's sharing your information, but you're wearing all their clothes. Shouldn't you get rid of their clothes? Shouldn't America start manufacturing their own clothes? Why do they only care about social media? Gotta ask these questions, chat.
Earlier, they gained the ability to force TikTok to cut ties with their Chinese-based parent company ByteDance. It's either that, or they can lose all access to their American consumers, and this is something that could go into place as early as January 19th. I mean, they must really feel like China is up to something, as this was classified as an emergency, and the Supreme Court agreed to settle the dispute only 2 days after it was placed on their desk. Now, obviously, some people argue that this is a violation of freedom of speech.
Yes.
While the government says they're concerned with China advancing their own geopolitical interest and spreading misinformation, especially during a time of crisis.
So what are we talking about here, man? What are we talking about here? Why are you wearing Chinese clothes then? If you're that worried about China. China make everything. They distribute everything. Like, you're worried about someone dancing on your phone and you watching it and giving your information away, even though every single social media platform you're on does that. Every streaming platform does that. That's part of the internet. You give away your freedom as soon as you sign up to these things. You no longer have independence, freedom, privacy. That's all gone as soon as you tick the box and sign on the dotted line.
And the real worry for the freedom of speech crowd is that this would essentially open the door for the government to target other free speech platforms for the content they carry. I mean, I do have to say, I've seen far more propaganda and complete and utter nonsense posted onto Twitter in the last 18 months than I've ever seen on TikTok. And on the other side of things, TikTok has already said back last April that they are going to be refusing to sell the company, and that it would actually be impossible for them to do so, with their reasoning being that they do not want to sell their secret sauce that makes their algorithm so addicting. And then to make matters even more interesting, Trump is actually directly opposed to the banning of TikTok.
And you'll never ban TikTok, that's for sure.
I will never ban TikTok.
Thank you.
Which is the opposite of the stance that he had back in his first term when he actually tried to get it banned.
We're looking at TikTok TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things.
That's right. And then you had Biden in for a few years, and he didn't want to ban it either. It just sort of stood there. And then as soon as this election period happened, then he decides to ban it. Like, do you guys not see the correlation of the timing? Like, Mark Zuckerberg, love you, bro. Appreciate it. You've been making Instagram good, but he's just come out and said that, like, you know, he wants more freedom of speech on his platform, right? Why are then we banning another social media then? We're trying to go to this process of freedom of speech, but then we're banning another platform that allows speech.
A couple of options.
But back then, Biden was actually the one to block the bill once he took office, so they straight up switched positions. Pause. Trump actually met with TikTok CEO recently, and he praised the platform as a whole for helping him win the last election.
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok had something to do with it.
Bullcrap. Like, there's no transparency, and people just fall for the most bullcrap. Here we go. Mr. Beast announced that he has a meeting with several billionaires, and he has officially made an offer to buy TikTok before it gets banned. And Trump, coincidentally, delayed the TikTok ban. So it's probably going to get bought out. That's what my prediction is.
A meeting with a bunch of billionaires. TikTok, we mean business. This is my lawyer right here. We have an offer ready for you. We want to buy the platform.
Is this clickbait? Like, this does not look legit. Look at this. Look at this.
I just got out of a meeting with a bunch of billionaires. TikTok, we mean
like, what the fuck? That's his lawyer?
business. This is my lawyer right here. We have an offer ready for you. We want to buy the platform. America deserves TikTok. Give me a seat at the table. Let me save this platform, TikTok. I just got out.
Crazy. Imagine he actually buys TikTok. Would he even use YouTube anymore? What's the point? He owns his own social media platform, or has ownership. My opinion on the TikTok ban, I personally think it's stupid. I think that, you know, if they really cared about your privacy and your data getting shared to a foreign country, they would have banned it a long time ago. I mean, they make out that China's such a big threat. Yeah, our clothes, our electrical products, everything gets made over there, manufactured. So why don't we start at the root cause, which is why don't we start making our own countries our own manufacturing? Oh wait, we just keep outsourcing it to those to China. We keep outsourcing it to China, and yeah, like we keep making out China's a big threat, but they pretty much do everything else. You just want to monopolize. You want to just monopolize and have a monopoly over social media and information. That's all it is. That's the root cause and the root reason.